Hi, I'm Trish. Here comes the world's droopiest video. I just spoke to the Alfred about to see what's going on with having my lap band removed. I got all of the test results to them that they needed, and the nother tests have given the go-ahead, so they don't need anything further from me. So the lovely lady in the booking office who's doing everything she possibly can to help me, and there's another lady there in the bariatric services as well that's helping. I won't mention names, but they're really doing everything they can to help me, and I really appreciate it. My new date to have my lap band removed is the 29th of August, so that's only 29 days from now, which means I have 15 days before I've got to do another 2 weeks of Optifast. And I'll do it because I know I have to, and I know I need to shrink my liver to make it worth their while, and well, not worth their while, to make it as safe as possible. So I will do it. I'm so fucking over Optifast. I did it for 10 days prior to not being able to have my lap band removed. If you don't know that story, look back a couple of videos. And I did lose, I think I lost about 4 kilos, 4.5 kilos, something like that in the 10 days. But, you know, of course, that's all gone back on again, and with a little bit of interest already, because that's what dieting does to your body. So, you know, I'll have to do it again. I'll probably lose around about the same, probably about 4 kilos, because my body just doesn't fucking respond to Optifast anymore. It doesn't respond to dieting. My head's in a bit of a bad place at the moment. I'm feeling very negative about it all. So I will do another 2 weeks of Optifast. It's not about the cost or anything like that, because, you know, like it'll cost me whatever X amount in Optifast products. I'll be able to get free delivery, and then it's only the cost of veggies on top of that. And if, you know, I've got a little fruit and veggie shop. Well, it's not a little fruit and veggie shop. It's a big fruit and veggie shop that I go to at my local shops, and they got really good, cheap produce. I'm just... And so, you know, and when you're on Optifast, you know, you're not going out for coffee all the time and cake and takeaway and going out for dinner and all this sort of stuff. So it's really going to impact on my dating. It's kind of good timing because June and July are really busy, and the beginning of August are very busy birthday-wise for me, and, you know, like going out to dinner a lot. So at least all of that's out of the way, so it's not going to impact on that. I hate Optifast and I love Optifast. I hate it because it's dieting. It's restrictive. It gives me diarrhea. And all of the Optifast products I have are all chocolate based, because they're just the ones that I like. So I'm not going to go into details, but I have already said that I get diarrhea. Plus all the veggies, all that extra fibre. I don't like that. But I don't like the weight regain after Optifast. But I do like the structure. I like the knowing exactly what I'm going to eat every day, and I space it out so that, you know, like if I think I normally start eating at around about noon, and then I like to have my last meal by about 8 o'clock at night. So, you know, I space it out evenly that way, and I really do like the taste of Optifast. I'm one of those weirdos. I love the shakes. I love the bars. I even like the soups. So I'll work out what I'll do. I normally get the desserts, but honestly, I think I'm just so far over it. I think I'll just do shakes and 2 shakes in a bar each day, maybe. But do you know what Optifast has done for me? I used to love veggies. Even when I was a really big girl, I loved veggies. I ate so much veggies. Now, with doing Optifast so much, when all I can eat is Optifast and veggies, that's really put a dampener on veggies for me. I can tell you, I do not enjoy veggies like I used to. Broccoli tastes like shit. I can barely look at zucchini without getting PTSD. I don't like lettuce anymore. I just don't like veggies anymore. I never thought I would hear those words come out of my mouth. But, like the first couple of times I did Optifast, I was fine because I loved veggies and I was happy to just sit down. I would just eat a bowl of, like, Brussels sprouts or a bowl of, like, steamed cauliflower, broccoli and carrots and zucchini, and I was happy. I was really happy doing that. Now, I don't even like veggies anymore. That's what it's done to me. It's ruined me. It's ruined me for veggies forever. Not being dramatic about this. I've got to be positive. And now also, because I spoke to my new favourite person at the Alfred, and I asked her what the realistic wait time is to get sleeved after having my lap band removed. And she said, at the moment, it's sitting, depending on what category they put me in, and they'll probably put me in a category 3 because no one cares if I ruin my tummy tuck and my breast reduction and, like all of that was for nothing. I'll be made a category 3. So I'll be waiting 300 to 320 days. That is 10 to 11 months, roughly. When I think of how much weight I have gained in the last 12 months, or even less than 12 months, I think I've put on like 10 kilos just since February. I'm horrified to think how much weight I'm going to gain. At least now I've got the brakes on somewhat because it hurts to eat. Once I get my lap band removed, I'm not even going to have that little brake pedal there, and I'm not even going to have the intermittent restriction. Tell you something that won't change though is the days where I can just eat absolutely like everything in the whole universe. I've got a lot of, and of course, because my brain is so fucked up with eating, and not just because of the lap band, although that did make it a lot worse. My first thought when I got off the phone from the Alfred, when, like after hearing about the wait to get sleeved, was, well, I'll just go for an eating disorder for those, for that 10 or 11 months. I'll go for a bit of anorexia or bulimia. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with my wiring that for me, that's my first idea of a solution to get me through that time. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to get through that time. I might just have to be happy to just try really hard to just maintain my weight. Because otherwise, like I'm 105 kilos now, ballpark. I don't know. I might be 106 today. I might be like 100 million. I don't know. So when I do who knows how much I'm going to gain just in the next 2 weeks from, probably still being on an excited carb party after my last stint on Optifast where my body just goes stupid, my brain goes stupid. So let's assume that I can maintain between now and the next 2 weeks. So I'm 105. And then being on Optifast for 2 weeks, I might get down to like 100. It only took me a couple of weeks to regain that like 4 kilos that I lost last time I was on Optifast. I can't even fucking think right now. I feel almost panicked over this. And apparently there's only one surgeon at the Alfred who will sometimes remove the lap band and switch to sleeve in the one surgery. I'm not seeing that surgeon. I wish I was. And I asked, and they said that he is a wait time, because the surgeon that they said that I'm having the surgery with, I said I don't have to have the surgery with him. I don't care who does it. But if you want to, even though it's a longer wait with the other surgeon, would it be better for me to just switch over to him? And they said no, because it would really be much longer. And, even after, and I'd have to, and it's a whole different process. I'd have to start a different process. I'd have to get a new referral, and it seems a bit of a bullshitty way to do things, because I've seen every surgeon at that hospital when I've been into the clinic, and this surgeon who's taking my lap band out wasn't the one who put it in. I feel disgruntled today. Anyway, so that is my update. Lap band's coming out on the 29th of August, and then I will have to go back to the clinic, and I will have to have the esophageal. I can never get this right. pH monitoring has to be done, 24-hour pH monitoring. And they said another gastroscopy. I swear to fucking, if they make me do another gastroscopy, you wait till you see the video if they make me do another gastroscopy, because I already had one just a couple of months ago. They had better not make me do another gastroscopy, because the last one, actually I didn't wait that long for the last one, it was only a couple of months. But that's, it all adds up. It's driving me absolutely crazy. And if I go in and they say, well, we're not even going to put you on a list for a sleeve until you've had this done and this done and this done, then it all adds up, and then you've got to wait another, X number of weeks to get into the clinic to get the results before they do the next thing. And it's oh my God. This is why Australia is so fat, because it's so hard to not be fat. And my hair looks shit today, and my makeup looks shit. And I haven't even done my nails. What else? I'll end on something happy. How's that? The last video I made, I was saying how I was really nervous because my lap band was really, really, really playing up last week, and I had to go to a friend's house for dinner on the weekend, and I was really worried that food would get stuck, and that I'd have to vomit there, and that I'd be embarrassed and everything. And I was also worried. I also get very worried when someone makes a nice meal for me, if like sometimes you have a couple of bites and then you just can't eat anymore, and then they're thinking, oh, is the food all right? Do you not like what I cooked or whatever? And then you're trying to explain, oh no, your food's really good. It's just, I'm really sorry, I can't actually eat anymore. So we went over to my friend's house for dinner, and he made a really, really nice lamb roast, really nice, all roast veggies and everything. It was a really good dinner. And we had some cheese and crackers before dinner, and that went down fine. For some reason, I never have a problem with cheese and crackers, just as well, because then my life wouldn't be worth living. And then we had dinner, and I had a little bit of everything, a bit of the veggies, a bit of the potato, and some lamb, and it was good lamb too. And I didn't get stuck, but it was going through my band like super glue, and who knows why? Because the cheese and crackers went down fine. And then, like after dinner we had dessert, and that went down fine. Maybe just because it was potato and meat, that can be a problem sometimes. So, I'm sort of looking around the table and everyone else is getting tucked in, and, they're getting, and, one person's finishing, another one's finishing, another one's finishing, and, I've really just had a nibble of everything. I'm thinking, oh, God, everyone, because we wanted to play a game after dinner, and I'm thinking, oh, shit, everyone's just sitting around waiting for me to finish, and I can't. If I keep trying to push this, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be in pain. I'm going to be vomiting. I'm going to be embarrassed. I was just, trying to just chip away at it. And I was pissed off at myself as well, because it was a really good dinner. And then my friend said to me, I can't remember exactly what he said, but the general gist of it was, and it really touched me, because other than family, no one has said this to me before. In like, you know, the 5.5 years that I've been lap banded, no one has said to me, look, oh, you know, you know, in not so many words, basically, you know, like, I understand with your lap band that you have trouble eating. I won't be offended if you can't get through it all. That's fine. And that really touched me, and I just sort of thought, you know, why can't more people be understanding? And you know, it really made that meal a lot easier for me. So then I was able to say, oh, you know, I'm just going to have this one last little bit of potato that looks, you know, really, really, really yummy, and you know, and thanks for that. So, you know, so then I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel like he was offended because I wasn't able to eat all of the meal that he'd prepared. So that was really nice. So, you know, unlikely that anyone who doesn't have a lap band is watching this, but if you are, and you have friends who've got a lap band, that little bit of consideration really goes a long way. Really, really goes a long way. So there's my happy note on the end of an otherwise miserable, whining little bitch, crazy, crazy purging video. And I don't know, I might make one when I'm on the Optifast. I might do like a Optifast video diary or something. I don't know, I might not, because I'm a little bit bored with Optifast.